UN Secretary-General has been forced to issue a clarification after Israeli ambassador lashed out at Guterres. Here's how it all started and how the story has developed so far. Take a look.
A day after Israeli ambassador lashed out at United Nations Secretary-General.
Mr. Secretary-General, the UN was established to prevent atrocities, to prevent such atrocities like the barbaric atrocities that Hamas committed. But the UN is failing. The UN is failing, and you, Mr. Secretary-General, have lost all morality and impartiality. Because when you say those terrible words that these heinous attacks did not happen in a vacuum, you are tolerating terrorism. And by tolerating terrorism, you are justifying terrorism.
Israel ambassador went on to demand his resignation and an apology over his stand on Hamas.
I think that the Secretary-General must resign, because from now on, every day that he is here in this building, unless he apologizes immediately, today we called him to apologize, there's no justification to the existence of this building. This building was established to prevent atrocities. How can the Secretary-General, with his words, justify in any way the terrible atrocities that happened to our civilians, innocent civilians?
UN Secretary-General has come out to clarify his statement, saying that his statement has been misrepresented.
I am shocked by the misrepresentations by some of my statement yesterday in the Security Council, as if I was justifying acts of terror by Hamas. This is false. It was the opposite. In the beginning of my intervention yesterday, I clearly stated, and I quote, "I have condemned unequivocally the horrifying and unprecedented 7 October acts of terror by Hamas in Israel."
In his earlier statement, Guterres had condemned Israel for the rocket attacks on civilians, saying that nothing can justify the deliberate killings of civilians.
I have condemned unequivocally the horrifying and unprecedented 7 October acts of terror by Hamas in Israel. Nothing can justify the deliberate killing, injuring, and kidnapping of civilians or the launching of rockets against civilian targets. All hostages must be treated humanely and released immediately and without conditions.
The statement led to a massive outrage in Israel, with Israeli ambassador going on to seek an apology from Guterres. Not only did Israel counter the statement aggressively, but also announced to block visas for UN representatives. With the clarification, it remains to be seen if Israel takes back its visa blockade. Agency report, Republic TV.